Do we miss watching Chennedy Carter in the WNBA? Absolutely. I don't think anybody would say anything other, and she actually tweeted about it. Now, on the other side, some, I guess, journalist or reporter came out and accused her of drinking a lot, and it got real messy online. I couldn't even follow it, I couldn't keep up with what was going on. So we can look at all that stuff, but let's jump to the tweet that Chennedy Carter put out. So Shabazz, which is a great follow, they post highlights all the time and opinions, basketball talk, but the highlights come out instantly. As soon as it happens on the court, somehow Shabazz got it online. So Shabazz put out, just randomly put out, I'll say randomly, we know, put out a mixtape of Chennedy Carter getting buckets. And it just said Chennedy Carter. And Chennedy Carter responded, where's it at? By saying, miss your bucket getter. And plenty of people in the WNBA world responded. Yes, we miss you in Chicago. 13-19, break a layer. What's the deal? You're way too good. It's not being a W. We could usually Portland. Portland don't even have a team yet. You deserve better. Yes, please come back. So, most of it is people saying yes, and I think we all miss her balling because she is one of the most electric women basketball players I've ever seen with my eyes. Like, I haven't seen too many people as good as Chennedy Carter. She's gets to the basket, down here, quick, crafty finisher, like everything you want in a scoring guard. That was Chennedy Carter. So everybody watches. I mean, everybody misses watching her play. And so that was that. And would she help Chicago? That would be great to see her with the Sky right now, because I think the roster is, that's going to sound crazy, but I think it's a little better for her than last year. Imagine Kennedy and Angel and Camilla doing what they do, but now you have Akia Nurse, who is going to have even more time to catch and shoot, more of a clear shot, because how dynamic Carter is getting downhill. Now she's catching shooting off of a Carter drive. That's totally different than off of Rachel Banham driving the ball or Angel driving the ball. Now it's Carter who's going to draw so much attention. Now the catch and shoot to Kia Nurse or Beck Allen or Rachel Banham even is so much open space for them to get their shot off now. So yeah, she'll be dynamic on the Sky right now, but nobody in the league touched Kennedy. So it's not just a Chicago problem, which everybody, it's funny enough, everybody is like saying Chicago is stupid for not having her when no team has touched her. And every team, every player, every fan knows how electric she is, and nobody wants to touch her. So that's telling. The rumor is off the court, she was a locker room. She was a hard person to deal with, and she was let go from Los Angeles and what was the other team? I'm drawing a blank. She was on LA and was it Atlanta? Why am I drawing a blank? But she was let go of, let me look it up. Why am I drawing a blank? I feel like I could see it, but she was on Atlanta. That's what I said, right? Atlanta. Am I telling the truth or am I making that up? Yeah, she was on Atlanta Dream. Okay, I'm not crazy. So she was waived, I believe, in from both places, LA and Atlanta. So there's more locker room issues with her, and I believe somebody named Julia, if I remember right, put out in the offseason that some of the players were upset with how Chennedy Carter acted, and they were upset at how Teaspoon would not manage Chennedy Carter. So I think those are the reasons why she's not on a roster right now. Again, it happened way before Chicago. She came to Chicago on a training camp deal. She was a training camp signee and worked her way all the way to being a starter because she's so good and so skilled. And I think Teaspoon was like the Kennedy Carter whisperer, but sounds like it was like isolating her from the other players, and then you get in that mode where like the coach is always babying this one player, then it becomes resentment, and that player is becoming the star player. I could see how it could have gotten really, really weird. So that's a reason that was reported why some of the players were upset. We've seen some of the players frustrated in their last interviews of the year on Chicago. So it seemed like it was a lot to that situation. Now this next part, again, I'm not even clear on what was even going on. This was somebody that I asked, "Hey, what is going on?" Because the internet was just buzzing about some lady's tweets claiming this this lady's tweet here. You see, it got 135,000 views. This lady's tweet supposedly was about Chennedy Carter. She said, "Won't ever catch me begging for a player who is taking more shots of liquor or alcohol, sorry, than they were during practice. And certainly not going out sad behind someone who faked injuries for sympathy or to get out of playing games against better teams." So that tweet just set off a lot of responses. People saying, put a name on it. Who are you talking about? That's a good point. You have to be direct with those accusations. They better fire Jeff. Yeah. A lot of people saying who. And again, I don't know how it was connected to the post. Again, I was away from my phone and off the internet when all this happened. And I'm not all the way familiar with that person. So, but the person did respond to a lot of different comments, which led into different conversations. And it was just, I just was seeing like response back and forth. And again, I don't even know what the root of the thing was. But to put that on somebody's name, throwing alcohol out there isn't something light, And again, you're not putting a name on it, but it's implied for some reason it was talking about Chennedy Carter. Maybe because under that guy's post, everybody was just saying, we want her back, we want her. And this person does claim to be a diehard Chicago Sky fan, the Sabria person. So maybe that's where people are putting that. We're connecting the two events. But all in all, like if you are people, I asked like, what's going on? People said this reporter or journalist said X, Y, and Z. So I'm just trying to figure out. Again, I've never even seen this person. Is this person really a journalist? I don't know why people call her that. So I don't know, but like that tweet is just crazy in general. Even if you're not talking about Carter, it's just like, why are you airing out somebody, randomly airing out this player just for fun? You randomly doing this, and then you're not going to say who, which is going to leave the internet all looking and trying to figure out who you're talking about. And I don't know if people do that kind of stuff for clicks or attention, but it's not a good look, especially now. You got the basketball world thing, you got the WNBA world thinking you're talking about Carter. So Shabazz even said all this because I posted Ken's tape. So clearly it's connected, man. And then the person goes on to defend themselves, but also like, why did you even tweet that out if you're not gonna stand in it? You just probably wanted some attention in it. I'm not gonna read through all this stuff. So if you do want all the details, I guess they're all here. This is a lot, just like this picture. It's just a lot. Like, what are we doing? Sometimes the W drama stuff is just, you sit back and be like, what is going on? Again, this is something that you didn't have to say nothing. Nobody asked you. Nobody asked you at all. But at the end of the day, the league is a better place with Chennedy Carter on the basketball court. Again, I cannot speak to the locker room issues or the things that she does off the court because I don't know. People get on the internet and pretend they know everything about players, and I won't. I don't know. But on the court, she is one of the most electric players I have ever seen. I always said if you put her in the 2K capture machine and it was just the dots playing, you only could see the dots. You couldn't tell if that was her or Michael Jordan. Of course, I'm just joking. She's just that electric of an athlete, of a player. Is a beautiful game to watch. I know she was in Mexico in the final. They lost in the finals, her team did, but I know she was getting a lot of love in Mexico. So I personally wish her the best. If things work out, it'd be great to see her back in the W. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'm AJ. Peace.